GrindTV, episode number 4. We're in Southampton. It's a lovely sunny day. This is how we do. We travel far and wide between. Mr Hudson tonight. He's playing at the Joiners Live. It's going to be a big night. If you don't know about Mr Hudson, you need to get to know. He's just signed to Kanye West record label. It's called Good Music. It's going to be a good show. This is a good episode. GrindTV, episode number 4. Keep it locked. Okay, let's talk about the Kanye situation. Did it go down as everyone says it goes down, that it was just a chance email and you hit him back in an almost jokey way? Yeah. And he said, let's do it.
We'd already met a couple of times. So I had his email and his manager's email. And I'd actually signed to Good Music at this point, to his label, but I hadn't heard anything for months. I was like, feeling a little bit left out here. So Jock and Jay-Z had just come out. This is last summer, so what, June, July? And it was, I loved it. And it was blowing up, and so I thought, okay, I'm just going to hit them up and say, how you doing? It's blown up in the clubs in the UK. That's good news. P.S. Do you want a hand with the rest of the album?
As you do.
You know, I just thought that's my version of their kind of their swagger. It's just a sort of, I just thought it's about time I throw my hat in the ring. And you know, the funny thing is that 2 hours later I got an email saying come to get on the next flight to Hawaii. I think they'd kind of forgot.
Did you take that email seriously?
No. Do you know what? I didn't take it in at all. You're like, is this email intended for me?
Check the web address, like this is real.
Yeah, like am I just CC'd on someone else's email?
One of those, you have $60 million waiting in this bank account.
Exactly, speed dating or something. But no, I think I must have called up, you know, DJ Semtex and Tony from Deal Real, who look after me, and said, look, is this for real? You know, when's the next flight? You know, and I just grabbed this bag and my other bag, and I went. I haven't looked back, and you know, thank God that. I think they knew they wanted to work with me, but they just sort of probably forgotten about me. Not sure where and when, and sometimes you just have to be in someone's inbox and just remind them that you're there. And I think that's a good lesson, that you can be too modest. You can be too, you know, people are like, oh, you know, I've got beats for days, but they're not ready for you to listen to. You can't do that. You've just got to keep playing people's stuff and keep reminding them.
Memory.
Not to the point of being obnoxious, but just remind people that you're on your grind.
How did it feel performing at South by Southwest?
It was like school play kind of nerves. Proper butterflies, because you got Common here going, have a good show. You got Erykah Badu going, who's this kid? Kanye going, come on Hudson, wait. Like I was having a beer and trying to find the loo, and then I hear over the PA, yo Hudson! And it's Kanye and Kid Cudi on stage, and I ran on just in time for the chorus of Paranoid. And it had that proper school play feeling, like all these friends just collaborating, jumping on. You know, you had the whole Good Music family, Malik Yusuf, Tony Williams, Consequence, Big Sean, you know, all these names, and Common plus. I think the only person missing was John Legend, really. You know, GLC was there. You know,
it was crazy. All the people. Did it feel like the new boy at school?
Yeah.
The new kid.
I didn't feel. I felt not just like the new boy, but the new boy from another continent. Because that's what I am. I mean, they're mainly Chicago and.
They're real tight-knit group.
NY, and here's this kid from London, and I don't, you know, it's not even about race. I just don't dress or look like those guys. So, like, you might as well have put a girl on stage, you know, in a school uniform. I felt that out of place, but not for very long. You know, once I'm up there, and like Cudi passed me a red stripe, and got, you know, high-fiving with Kanye at the end of the song, it's like, and all the band just grinning at me. It's like, because he's got a sick band, Kanye.
You're accepted.
Yeah, do you know what? I'd always been accepted in the studio, but for them to get up on stage, and we all lined up at the end and did Love Lockdown, and we were all singing along like a proper Live Aid moment. And I'm there, I feel like the, you know, I don't know, it was crazy. But that was definitely a moment where I was like, okay, I've been accepted as like a collaborator in the studio, but now I'm on stage with these guys as well.
New single.
Supernova.
I haven't heard a single bad word said about it. every DJ in the UK, the US will not shut up talking about it.
Funny,
it's
isn't
blowing
it?
up crazy.
Yeah,
No
our
one's
track of the
hating
week
it.
as well.
No one's stepped out and said, I'm going to hate on this.
Yeah.
Even just for
You always
sake
get
of it.
somebody that will just say, look, it's not my thing, or it doesn't work with this. I've not heard one bad word said about it.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? I'm sure it'll happen at some point. but-
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We could
Yeah,
sort that for you. We
can start it up.
We'll
yeah.
slag it off next week if you want.
Yeah.
I remember saying to someone, remind me why you've got to love the haters. I think it was plain Pat. And he said, because they give you more shine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is the silver lining.
Yeah.
So when people, if anyone does come out and say Supernova's a load of beep, then I just have to think, well, at least you're talking about it.
Yeah.
But the single is crazy. How did that come about, and why was it chosen as your first single?
That's another funny story because Kanye, it's like our second session together, and we weren't working on my stuff. We were working on stuff for Big Sean and Christina Milian and so on, and as you do. And
Standard.
Hi, Christina.
yeah, well, I was sitting next to this cute girl in like a tracksuit. And,
Don't say any more. Don't say any more.
we were hanging out, and I was like, yeah, so
I'm British.
what do you do? And she's like, I'm a singer. I was like, cool, me too. How do you know Kanye? Oh, well, he's just going to work on some beats for me. I'm like, yeah, me too, cool. And then she went off to do something else. I was like, who's that chick? the kind of pretty one in the tracksuit. And they're like, oh, Hudson.
You might have heard of her.
Anyway, so Kanye comes in on the second day and goes, this is a funny story. He goes, I've got a present for you. And I'm thinking, oh dear, I hope it's not a Jesus piece. I can't get away with that back in Camden. Can you imagine me walking around big joke. I hope it's not a Jesus piece. And fingers crossed it's a Jag.
It pulls up in the Bentley.
So he's like, no, I've got a present for you. And it says the engineer press play.
Well, you've talked about some of the producers that you have worked with and some of the collaborations that you have done. What about the future? Who can we expect to see Shola Ama with?
Oh gosh, I'm like, my middle name is collaboration at the moment. So I've got loads of stuff going. I've got a track with Young Nate, a track with Gigs called Cut Above the Rest, which is picking up a bit of speed at the moment. Working with Gets, working with Roll Deep and Wiley. Loic Essian and I are going to be doing something together. I'm performing with Mutia at the Jazz Cafe on the 17th of June. She's a friend of mine.
Okay.
And we've worked together before, we've done a song together, but we're going to do some live stuff together. Gosh, is there anything I'm forgetting? There's a few things in the pipeline. I've got my next song that's coming out is a track called DJ Play, and it's a follow-up to Perempe and D Something in the Air.
Okay.
So I've got that with them. But yeah, loads of good stuff. Yeah, loads of good stuff.
Shola, it's been brilliant talking to you.
Thank you.
However, before I let you go,
You want me to sing?
you do have to tackle
What?
the quickfire round.
Oh yeah, I love those. I
Okay.
love those.
Are you ready?
Yeah, man.
Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, Coke.
Indian or Chinese?
Indian.
Night in or night out?
Night out.
Beef or chicken?
Chicken.
Buff or skinny?
Buff, man.
50 or Kanye?
Ooh, Kanye.
Brown or Blair?
Oh. Neither.
Bush or Obama?
Obama.
Hip hop or R&B?
Ooh. Hip hop R&B.
Oh, that's a cop out.
No, because I love them both, but I do one, so it's like, and I like them to mesh.
Brain or brawn?
Brain.
For real?
Who
Come
are we
on.
talking about?
In men or in general? Brain or brawn?
Brain.
I'm not happy with that answer, but I'll continue. Clooney or Pep?
Clooney.
Jen or Angelina?
Angie.
Home or abroad?
Abroad.
Usher or Justin?
Justin.
Old or new?
Old.
Blackberry or iPhone?
Blackberry.
And finally, East or West?
West Side!
Oh, so close! Every true listener to the R&G show knows that we're the #1 urban show in the South. The South's where it's at, that's what we're talking about.